I never got a what do you call it, the sidekick, because I was
Yeah,
never with T-Mobile. I wanted a sidekick bad.
Sidekick was killing the game.
It was killing the game. It
Yeah,
was the iPhone before the iPhone.
yeah. I I remember people were getting sidekicks just the message. It wasn't
Yes,
even like connected for the phone.
yes. I think those are like the three latest innovations when it came to like phones. It
Mhm.
was like the BlackBerry, the Sidekick, and then the iPhone. Those are like the biggest jumps like ever. Like the BlackBerry was huge, huge, and I mean
Right.
like the Palm Pilot came out, but obviously initially it didn't have the cell phone service in it. But the BlackBerry and the Sidekick, then the iPhone just blew everything out the water.
So what's gonna be next then?
We're gonna get chipped by Jeff Bezos. He's gonna shoot it in our neck.
I feel you.
Personally, he's coming. I'm telling him and Bill Gates gonna personally shoot it in the first 100 people's necks.
Nah, I'm all set.
Right there. Well, then they're gonna kill you. Then they go. Listen, either
My
you're gonna
time to
get
go.
chipped or you're gonna get vaccinated. That's what the people are saying. Yo, 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 yo.
Yo,
It's the loose cannons. We back for another episode this week, yo.
yes, we are. We here.
Was this episode 53?
I think so.
Man, 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 oh man. We had a good week. The last
Yes, we
episode got a little crazy on the politics segment.
Ooh,
Gets a little
okay.
crazy, gets a little heated, but it's all love. But we back. Listen, this is the time for you guys to chill. This is our movie review.
Yes.
Let's kick it off. I'm No Justin No Peace,
And I'm Lou
and we
Rivers.
are the Loose Cannons Podcast because we sit down and we fire off our opinions on today's pop culture,
What else?
politics,
What else?
movies, and TV, and how they all intersect, y'all. No, baby, do we have a good episode for you guys today?
Classic.
Classic. It's a flashback classic, man.
Yep.
Listen. I listen. I want to ask everybody in the comments. Let us know if you want us to start doing some Facebook watch parties where we sit down and we start watching these classics together and conversating about it later. So hit us
Yeah.
down in the comments. And also make sure you guys, if you want to support the podcast, hit us up on our Patreon, Cannons Podcast. That's right. With Patreon, you can support us for as little as $5, helping us out to keep this content going. But Belly, man.
Yo,
Direct
Belly.
Directed
For
by
those who
Hype
haven't
Williams,
seen
yo.
Hype Williams' directorial debut.
Whoo! And it's still his only film that he's ever directed to this day.
Yep. The Alpha and the Omega right there.
Man, oh man, oh man. Listen,
Who's in it?
Nas,
Who else?
DMX,
Who else?
T-Boz,
Yes. Who
Method
else?
Man,
Oh,
also
okay.
Tyrone Turner.
Yes.
Um uh
What's is that chick's name? The chick from A Bronx Tale?
oh, I don't know her name. That was T-Boz is from TLC, but I don't know Shorty from Bronx Tale's name. But
Dang.
who else? There's some other celebrities in it, right?
Yeah.
AZ.
Yeah, AZ. It's an onslaught of rappers from the 90s.
Serious. It was a big undertaking. Came out in '99.
Yes. Ooh, 99? Where were you in 99?
Where was I in '99? I was in 8th grade, dog.
Terrell Hicks. That's
Terrell Hicks, that's her name.
yeah.
8th grade, dog.
You was in 8th grade in
Yes, I
99?
know I didn't see this movie in the theaters. I know I didn't see it in the theaters.
Gosh, man, I was
But
a
I do
soft.
remember watching the trailers.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, I'm trying to think of all the videos that I was like, oh, I remember Hype Williams. He was directing all these videos, and I mean, he did the one that I probably remember the most is he did the Busta Rhymes Janet Jackson video, right?
Yes,
What's it
definitely.
gonna
That
be?
that was like
Yeah,
$1 million right there.
yeah. So I
He did
mean,
like
for anybody,
four. He did like a whole bunch of other Busta Rhymes. Put your hands where my eyes can see.
right,
Like a bunch of Busta Rhymes, and then ends up doing a whole bunch of Missy Elliott videos, and then a
right,
bunch of Kanye West videos.
okay,
He did a bunch of Biggie videos. I mean, he's all over,
right.
everywhere. Like,
So for those who don't know, the movie Belly '99, um, Hype Williams, famous music video director
yep,
who got I don't know. I can't even remember who produced the movie, but got his movie greenlit.
yep.
Wanted to do his own hiring, so he said he wanted to have Nas and DMX as the front two story characters,
Yep.
which was pretty phenomenal.
It's based on his people around his life. I think it's based off of his best friend who was a drug dealer.
Okay.
He grew up with Damon John.
Okay.
So it was like they were like a group of friends, Hype, Damon John, and this other dude, and they all did 3 different things. Like Damon John, obviously, FUBU and clothing. He was in the clothing. Hype was directing music videos, and the other friend was a big time drug dealer in Queens. So the movie is based off of his friend's life.
All right. Anybody who wants to see the movie currently can go and stream it on HBO. It's on HBO right now.
That's how I watched it recently. Did you watch it recently?
Yeah. Actually, I didn't watch it this month. I think I watched it last month though.
I watched it recently, and I had to see if it was like still holding up, because it was like,
does it hold well after 21 years?
Because there's still a lot of things that are based off of, nostalgia part of it. Like, I remember this. I remember how it felt. I remember the opening. Everybody talks about the opening, but the story still works.
Right. 21 years old, they could finally buy alcohol.
21 years old. That's crazy. He still has not made another film yet, dog.
No, but I mean, this is a classic and this is good. I'm trying to think, like, for a directorial debut, and I mean, it hit so hard just because the story was close to home. It's just like 90s music. Like, anyone who loves 90s music knows that 90s rap was all about what was happening back home, what was happening on the streets.
Yeah.
So this was something that people could relate to. It was very easy to relate to it. So I think that, like, this is one of the reasons why, especially people who were watching music at the time, music videos, this translated so well and was easy for anybody to get into. And I mean, it didn't hurt to have 2 good performances by people who you didn't expect could act.
2 good performances?
Maybe one in DMX and 2 was everybody else.
Oh, okay. DMX and Method Man. Okay.
Yeah, DMX and Method. To cow,
I mean, can we just be honest? Nas was bad.
Nas wasn't great.
Nas was bad.
He wasn't that good.
Hey, yo, shorty, you gotta listen. Me and T, I'm trying to get out of here. I'm trying to go back to Africa.
Nas acted just like every one of his songs.
Yes,
you like
it needed more.
You're not living that life, yo. That's not more. You.
It needed more.
Nah, but I'm gonna tell you right now, DMX though, I was like, oh, this dude is buns in a minute. Buns? Okay.
Crazy.
Buns is out here wilding. So.
Crazy. First of all, I'm still trying to get a crib like that.
Oh.
I know my wife won't listen. When we first moved together, I tried to get me a white leather couch. She ixnayed that shit so quick. She was like, I was trying to get glass tables and all of that. She was like, "You have a kid." I was like, "And?" I'm trying to be like Buns. I still want a crib like that, dog.
Yo, the thing I remember most is the pager.
Oh,
page. That's the only thing that doesn't translate well. Where it's just like,
that's gone.
Hold on, let me my way. All right, let me go in. I gotta make a call.
2 ways. Did you have a 2-way?
Yeah. Once. That was it. I think I came on the end of that. The cusp.
I had the cheap one. The one that they had in the movie was like the expensive one. That was like hundreds of dollars. I had the cheap one, like the blue SkyTel or Skynet blue one. And I only had service for a little bit. Like, I had got the page and the service was on for a little bit. And then all I used to get was like the sports updates. And I don't even watch sports. So I don't even know what I was doing with it. It was just because, like, you only could hit people who had it. So it was like the network was so much thinner. Now, I mean, everybody has access to a cell phone or something so you can get to them right away. But I love that thing. I thought it was the coolest. Did you have your cell phone on your belt clip when you was younger?
Yeah, man, like a dummy.
Like a dummy. Why was that a cool thing? Like that little. Like,
No clue. Hold on. I got it.
why?
Yo, did you have a Nextel phone ever?
No, I
Bleep.
didn't get a Nextel.
See that
Mm-mm.
bleep bleep right there.
That was the coolest.
Anybody who knows about bleep bleeping, you know.
That was everything. I did not get a Nextel. I wanted a Nextel. I wanted
man.
just to do that. Bloop, bloop.
Yo, what up? Where you at?
That was like the coolest joint. I had a Motorola Razr. I never got a what do you call it? The Sidekick.
Yeah.
Because I was never with T-Mobile. I wanted a Sidekick bad.
Sidekick was killing the game.
It was killing the game.
Yeah.
It was the iPhone before the iPhone.
Yeah. I remember people were getting sidekicks just the message. It
Yes.
wasn't even like connected for the phone, you know?
Yes. I think those are like the three latest innovations when it came to like phones. It was like the BlackBerry, the Sidekick, and then the iPhone. Those are like the biggest jumps like ever. Like the BlackBerry was huge. And I mean like the Palm Pilot came out, but obviously initially it didn't have the cell phone service in it. But the BlackBerry and the Sidekick, then the iPhone just blew everything out the water.
So what's gonna be next then?
We're gonna get chipped by Jeff Bezos. He's gonna shoot it on there.
Personally,
he's coming. I'm telling him and Bill Gates gonna personally shoot it in the first 100 people's necks.
Nah, I'm all set.
Right there. Well, then they're gonna kill you. Then they go. Listen, either you're
My
gonna
time to
get
go.
chipped or you're gonna get vaccinated. That's what the people are saying. That's what the people are saying.
And be a rebel.
You're gonna be a rebel. What district you
You're
gonna
have to
be
come
in?
get me. Come get me.
You gonna be on the run?
Yeah.
Damn, yo. Because like, listen, I don't know if we're gonna see that much advancements when it comes to cell phones. Like, we're here for a while.
Yeah, I know.
Like, are we gonna get smaller? Can we? What do people
Nah.
want to get smaller?
Honestly, what I think the thing is right now is
Contact lens.
no, the computer interface, like being able to connect your phone to a monitor and it being a computer, you know.
Got you. Like
So,
a
I mean-
real mobile laptop type of
Right.
situation.
So Samsung is in the lead right now. So you could connect these latest Samsung devices to a monitor. You get a Bluetooth keyboard, and it gives you that experience. It turns into like a Windows laptop sort of.
Yo, I just added a keyboard to my iPad, and I got the one from 2017.
Changed your life, didn't it?
It literally is a laptop now. It's literally the only thing it doesn't have is a trackpad, and obviously the new ones have the trackpad access. But man, oh man, it just opens it up even more, and it works better because I like the way the case and the hinge you could lay and do all kinds of things. It's like, damn.
So did you get that new kickstand folder? The one that like it props it up like a whatchamacallit?
No, that's for the 2020. I'm still on the 2017 12.9. So that I brought the bridge one. It just like sits and it just has a hinge. But if I get that 2020, that new kickstand one is fire.
It looks crazy. I was like, oh, it's just a brand new laptop right now, you know?
It is a brand new laptop. All right, let's get back to the topic on hand. Belly. Besides Nas's bad performance, I really enjoyed this movie. It's just a real fun movie to me, and I think it was like the movie that connected to me from this type of genre. This connects with me more than a Boys in the Hood or a Menace to Society, which is probably like closer to this.
What about Juice?
No, Juice is big. Juice is big for me.
Me
Juice
too.
is big, but it was still super early, so this was like closer to me because Juice is like 91, 92 or something like that. So it's like it's like a whole different. Like I still want a big body Benz. Like a lot of the things in this movie, I still would rock. I had a long leather. You had a long leather?
Yeah, I had a long.
I didn't know what I was trying to be. Whether I was going to be Sincere or Denzel Washington from Training Day. Like.
I feel you, brother. I feel you.
Listen, I mean, movies really impact me. I had the Juice part, everything. Like
oh yeah, yo, I had the flat top and everything.
You got to.
Everybody wanted to be Omar Epps, dog.
Everybody wanted to be Omar Epps, yo.
All right. So I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Thinking about the '90s,
Mhm.
like I guess during that time, late '90s, who would you have played the role if it wasn't Nas?
And it has to be a rapper.
Maybe, I guess. Like, because I mean, basically, you got to think that this spawned off DMX's acting career because he
For
did a
sure.
movie, almost 2 movies a year after this,
Yes.
until he met Steven Seagal and it was a done deal. You know, I don't know how many bad movies they did, but that first one, Exit Wounds.
I fuck with Exit Wounds. Who could have played? I would have put Method Man in his position. I would have swapped. I think. I mean, granted, like I don't know if the chemistry would have been there, but Method Man could have fucking ate that situation up. Like he could have ate that up. 98. Pac is dead already.
Yeah,
Pac is already dead. So I mean, that probably would have been a Pac movie anyway.
yeah.
But
yeah, Pac.
anybody's better than Nas though. Anybody.
Yo, all right. So who's all right? A quick question. I mean, I'm a sidebar this whole episode.
Let's go.
We're gonna do it. Who's your top 5 rappers turned actors?
Will Smith.
Okay, Will Smith, number 1.
LL Cool J.
LL Cool J. I was
Queen
thinking
Latifah.
Queen Latifah. I was thinking Queen also.
Rappers turned actors.
Cube.
I don't know if he's my favorite rapper turned actor. He's my favorite, like in entertainment. 5. He's great, but I don't really. I don't. Okay, he's in.
You got DMX ahead of him, who or J Lo? Like, I mean,
yo, first of all, don't be going in on J Lo like that, dog.
You know how I do.
Hustlers was good.
What was that? Cardi B? Huh?
No, definitely not Cardi. Definitely not Nicki. I mean, I said
Common.
Common, definitely.
Okay.
Mos Def.
Ooh, Mos Def
is high. Mos Def is top 5.
So I told you the first time I seen him acting was on Broadway, right?
Oh, Top Dog Underdog.
Top Dog Underdog with Jeffrey Wright. Yo, that's when I was just like, who is that? Because that dude don't rap. He can't rap that good and act that good.
When somebody makes a decision to put you alongside Jeffrey Wright, you got something going for you.
Right. And you know how I feel about
Nobody's putting Nas alongside Jeffrey Wright.
Nobody's putting Nas alongside anybody. Okay?
Nobody. No one.
All right, he wasn't that bad though. He was.
It worked, but it just wasn't.
Is he the worst main character that you've seen?
I think the problem is the movie could be so good. It's having good moments until he starts doing stuff. Until like it's just something to it that just don't connect.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you know what's crazy? He's probably the Kenya Barris for me, you know? Like the best parts are the parts where you're not in it.
When he's not in it. He even makes T-Boz bad when he comes in, he's like, I'm shot. I got shot.
I was like, you ain't no one acting like that. Get out of here.
He was supposed to be hype. Yo, niggas trying to get me, dog. They trying to get. He's like, yo, I got shot, but we still going. Like what? First of all, did you peep how she was dressed in that scene?
What she got like the whole.
She turned into Erykah Badu in a second. Somebody told her she was going to Africa, and she just was like, Okay. I need a couple of raps. I need some rap skirts. Like what? You gonna be this?
I wonder if Hype was like, yo, this is what they do. Like
that is what people do. People do too much. Like they feel like they gotta like people over there don't. They over there wearing FUBU. Calm down. Like
I think that people don't especially in the 90s going into the 2000s. You had to over exaggerate for stereotypes. So it's a real tough sell when it's just like, oh, but why aren't they doing this? And it's like, because that's what they do. And it's like, that's not really what they do, but because you think it, now we got to do it.
Yo, something I never noticed, right?
What?
At the end, when they're at the New Year's, right? And they're going to Times Square. And this whole movie is taking place in 1999, right? When they go into Times Square and they are up by the ball, it says 1998. And I'm like, it says 1998. I'm like, yo, they didn't want to spend the money on the CGI, and it's like they like these niggas won't care.
Yeah, right.
It ain't that big of a deal because I'm pretty sure the movie may have been supposed to, but it still doesn't fit because like it should have probably said 2000 because that's when that's when the year would have been because the movie takes place in 1999 the whole time.
Right.
But obviously they shot it in 1998. But still, come on, they pulled the wool over our eyes for too many years, 21 years now, and I'm coming out and I'm gonna let hype. Listen, I'm talking to hype. I found out. Listen, you did not CGI the 1998 out to fit the story.
Yo, so do you think that he should do Belly 2 with Sincere Jr.?
I mean, you didn't enjoy the one with The Game?
Do you realize that I totally forgot? That's how bad it is right now.
Yo, that whole movie is worse than Nas's performance. The whole thing needs to be thrown out.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't even think I've seen it. Now that you said it.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, there's some horrible scenes because Lorenz Tate is in there and he's trying his best. He's trying his best. There's a scene where The Game, he got like a funny looking eye. He's like lifting. It's so bad. I don't even remember the story. It's just bad. It's just bad.
All right. So who you said Meth you would have had play the role?
It had to have been Meth. I can't see anybody else at this point. Actually, I would have rather Omar Epps to be in this movie.
Dang.
Omar Epps and DMX?
That would have been good. Especially coming off of In Too Deep was coming out the next year, right?
First of all, In Too Deep is a fucking classic.
Yeah.
And people better start. That's when I fell in love with LL's performance.
Oh, yo, let me address the people.
Go.
When Kanye West goes, I was in too deep like Mekhi Phife. He wasn't in the movie. That's why he wasn't in the movie.
He was
just so people know that's the line. He was not talking about all my apps. I was in too deep like Mekhi Phife. Mekhi Phife wasn't in it. So neither was Kanye.
That's what that line means. Like I wasn't there, just like he wasn't there.
Right.
Oh,
boom, pow. Got it.
Okay? Wow. That's a hot take.
I spoke to Kanye yesterday about it. So
okay, cool. How's he doing? How's the ranch?
It's cool, COVID ranch.
Yo, he got them. What are those vehicles he be rolling around in on that?
Yo, I don't know, but it just looked like a lot of money for nothing, right?
It is a lot of money. It is. It's got to be a lot of money, and he's got a bunch of them.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a whole bunch of acres. I'm gonna go there whenever the apocalypse starts because he's gonna be protected.
Yeah, yeah. He got them sheep. He making cotton. You can eat the sheep. You can sow the sheep.
So, would you have had Mos Def be in the movie?
Mos Def could be in any movie. I love Mos Def.
Yeah, I do too. Did you like 15 Blocks? What's your favorite Mos Def movie?
I love 15 Blocks. But the one where he plays a doctor, he's really good in. I even like him in Bamboozled.
Yeah, Bamboozled.
But 15 Blocks is really good. But I forgot the name of the movie where he plays the doctor. Well, he's not a doc. He doesn't play.
He plays the guy who helped the surgeon.
Yes.
He would do the surgeries. Yeah,
yes.
Yo, man, the rewatchable Italian Job just because it's the Italian.
He's really good at it too.
But I mean, as far as a role for him, gosh, he's been in a lot of stuff too. I liked his acting in 15 Blocks, so I may have to go with 15 Blocks.
Because it was quick. Right. He was like,
right who else did you say in your top 5?
Will
Common.
Smith.
What's your favorite Common?
Right now, it has to be John Wick.
I was just saying that. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, John Wick 2. Yeah,
has to be.
Queen La.
Favorite Queen Latifah. I mean, Set It Off is a pretty amazing Queen Latifah performance.
You didn't love Girls Trip? My
Oh
bad. My bad.
Lord, I had to watch Girls Trip, and I watched it with my wife, and it's not for me, dog. It's just not for me. Nothing
Uh,
about it is for me, and I like individually, I like them a lot.
right.
Except they I just hate the way movies use Tiffany Haddish. Like
Yeah,
I
I know.
feel like there's more. I feel like there's more.
He's so much more talented.
Yes, but they use her in the same way, and
She's the female Kevin Hart right now.
yeah, and even like Jada Pinkett didn't stand. Look, it's a juxtaposition Jada Pinkett's performance in Girls Trip and how weird that was, but she was so much better in the what is it? Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah.
Is that the third one? That's the
Yeah.
one. She's so much better than that. She's more believable as an FBI agent than she
Yeah.
is as a woman going to the Essence
New
Festival.
Orleans.
That means she can do it. She's a performer, but like
Right.
I think people don't something about the nuance of comedy that people just don't get, and sometimes they just do too much. Like
Oh, it's
go.
offhand.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you know who's good?
Oh,
Machine Gun Kelly.
oh, what did I see him in? What was he in? He was in Hustlers, right?
Nah, he wasn't in Hustlers, was
Let's
he?
see.
No, but he was in
Another crime movie.
I was gonna say
Something
Native
we
Son.
seen recently.
Yeah, he's in a bunch of stuff now. I mean, didn't have a great rap career, but I
Oh,
mean,
he's in The Land. He's in The Land.
yeah.
What else? Machine Gun Kelly is good.
Oh, and The Land was produced by Nas.
Yes, it was produced by Nas. That seems to be where he should be, behind
Yeah.
the
the money, the whatchamacallit, Big Money Bucks guy.
That's it. Just give them the money. And that was Chris Stapleton Jr., the dude who did Creed 2. He did The
And
Land.
what's Captive State? He was in Captive State with John Goodman and
I still haven't watched Captive State or Ken.
this dude from the movie we did last week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Day and the Night.
Uh-huh. And the dude
So,
from Last Black Man in San Francisco. I forgot that.
Yeah.
That dude's name.
Yes.
He's good too. He's good.
All right. So who else?
I want to see some of these dudes who actually haven't really done those characters, who kind of have like a broader range of characters. I want to see like a John Benyaga, is that his name? The dude from Star Wars. I want to see him take on like some of this serious crime drama type of stuff. And see, I mean, we seen Daniel Kaluuya. Kaluuya.
Kaluuya.
Yes, that scene is not my favorite. What's that movie?
Which one?
What's the movie that that he's a thug in?
Oh,
With
Widows.
Tyree,
Right?
with in Widows. That scene is not my favorite. I like Tyree in that. I like Tyree. Yo, you know what I seen that was really amazing? I seen recently. I know I'm late to the party. I just watched If Bill Street Could Talk. If Bill Street.
Oh yeah. How are you just seeing that?
I was late watching Moonlight. And I didn't want to watch If Bill Street before I watched Moonlight. Late watching Moonlight, I was disappointed.
Yeah.
Then I watched If Bill Street. I'm like, this nigga's the man. I was before with Moonlight. I was like, take his trophy back, give it to the white people, give it back to the white.
So you didn't like Moonlight?
Did not like Moonlight, I love the way Moonlight looked. I thought it was shot like if it was just a silent film, and like I love the way Moonlight worked. I did not think the story worked that well. I didn't feel it. I did not feel it. But if Beale Street, my goodness, that joint had me. I'm like, this Moonlight's music was great too. I think it's the same person who did the music. Moonlight had so many things that were right about it. I don't know. Maybe I saw it in the wrong condition. I'm gonna go back and watch it again.
I'm gonna go watch it tonight. So that I can
but it just did not hit me. But I thought it was beautiful. I thought like if you talking about shooting, the man knows how. Like it reminds me of Spike Lee. He knows how to shoot brown people and make a beautiful picture. But the same thing with Last Black Man in San Francisco. They shot the shit out of that.
Yeah, that shit is
The
amazing.
story was just stupid and didn't work.
I was like, what is Danny Glover's ass doing over
But these images were like, they were like paintings. I'm like, man, this color,
The
oh my,
cinematography is amazing.
amazing. But I'm like, nah, this ain't work. But if Beale Street, the story just worked for me and it connected and the moving back and forth and it, I just loved it. But Belly.
Hold on, I got two more actors.
Okay, go.
I'm gonna get through this real quick. All right, LL Cool J, favorite movie, role, TV show, something.
In Too Deep is the first thing that comes to me.
All right, and you not in the house?
Love it.
Yeah. All right, so Will Smith.
Favorite performance?
Yeah.
Two of them. Pursuit of Happiness and 7 Pounds. 7 Pounds is probably my top. I love 7 Pounds. I love that movie.
7 Pounds too. But
I actually like a lot of later Will Smith. 7 Pounds, Pursuit of Happiness, Focus Will Smith. Concussion Will Smith never happened. If that, I've erased that. I've erased the
So you taking that away before you take Wild Wild West away?
I'll keep Wild Wild West before I keep Concussion.
Dang.
The accent really.
Just tell the truth.
Tell him the truth. You're doing a better act. I can't even do as bad of an accent when I'm trying to do his bad accent. Tell him the truth.
Mine is 6 Degrees of Separation.
That's early. That's first Will.
First Will.
It's really good Will.
Good thing I didn't say Made in America, right?
It's really good Will. I actually like that movie. I like that movie a lot.
It's just not in the upper echelon.
No.
All right, so Belly.
No.
Belly. All right, so what do you think? What was the best part of the story for you? We got to sell people.
The funny thing is the crime drama. It's the crime part of the story because that's the best part. Like all the other stuff, like it's nice. Going to Africa is nice. But shoot somebody. That's why I'm watching it. I don't want to hear about. I mean, okay, I do like that third story where they utilize Buns to get close to the nation. Obviously, it's representing the nation. It's
supposed to be Farrakhan.
Yes, to assassinate him, which I do. I mean, I believe that has been attempted on a number of occasions. I mean, if you watch that documentary about Malcolm X,
Who Killed
Malcolm, they talk about. I heard them do in the podcast. They talk about all of the people, all of the agents that were next to him.
Yeah,
crazy.
So for me, I had two parts.
Yeah,
the first part was definitely probably the entire portion of him going to Jamaica. Like
that was fun.
Yeah, and then him playing the dude with dreads and shooting the guy. Like I was like, okay.
Was that part believable?
It was funny. It was entertaining.
Yeah, it was entertaining. But would the guy really open up the window? Like his accent was so bad. Like would he not like you ain't no Jamaican? I'm Jamaican.
I also liked when they went to go get the guy because it was like a lot like Scarface. That's
I'm the original Don Dada.
That was.
You wanna romp with me? You wanna romp with me?
Ooh. Anyways, but my favorite part is when he knew that he was sent to assassinate him, so he had sent everyone away, and he goes, and then he's just talking to him, and like
I knew you were coming, brother.
Yeah, man.
So I sent them all away, but give me some time.
I think that's it's just the epitome of how a movie should climax at the end. You know what I mean?
It's a good scene. It's a good scene.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the Method Man scene. I love when he's busting the guns out of the strip club.
And they do the shot. They do the shot with his hands. Yeah. That's hot.
Fire. I love that scene. I like the scene when Homeboy gets shot when Sincere gets shot.
Yeah.
When the barber comes out and he's bussing and he's like, "Yo, take this."
Yeah.
That was crazy. It's a lot of good scenes that kind of give you all those things, and then they do the message at the
Yeah.
end. But I mean, it's enough. It's significant because they've both gone through a journey. And I think them tracking the time, you can see how the changes have happened. But
You could definitely see that Hype put thought into these scenes where they're like
mhm.
they're shot so much differently than most movies that we've seen until this point, you
Yeah,
know? And it was just like, oh, like as thinking about like when you're trained, like when you start learning to direct and you're like taking it from the eye, but you're so used to adapting to someone else's vision.
yeah,
It was the first time that you kind of see a direct, and it was like, and I know a lot of people were like, oh, these are like music video shots. And it was like, no, this is just a different angle. Like
that's
he's
it.
just utilizing every single angle to show you one thing, you know?
That's right. Have
So I
you
kind
remember
of
the movie that's played at the beginning? Have you ever seen that, Gummo?
no.
It used to come on HBO a lot. I've watched it. It's just wild. It literally what DMX said. This shit is wild.
Uh-huh.
The shit is wild. Like it came out in '97, so it came out recently before that. But the dude who directed that is Harmony Cohen. I
Uh-huh.
think that's how you say his name. But obviously, there's other stuff that you have seen that he has written or directed. He wrote Kids.
Oh,
He
yeah,
wrote
that
Kids. He directed Spring Breakers, which I've only seen some of it. The Beach.
okay.
I believe he directed The Beach. And there's some other stuff. Like his stuff is like always offhand, really interesting, really wild craziness. But Gum,
Gummo, I'm
you
gonna go
gotta
look.
look up. It should still be on HBO. It's been on HBO like from the beginning, and it's just wild. Like it's not even describable, but it's exactly what he said is wild. But it's interesting that Hype even had that on because I think he was just saying something about like the time, something that recently came out, and something that Buns would be like, find this crazy movie and having it play this projector over his pool table, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's just
Yeah.
that
All right,
crib.
I'm gonna check it out. Um, so what else? Some what are we gonna talk about with this movie? What are we looking at?
Um, I mean, if especially after this movie, and I mean for a long time, celebrities have been utilized in movies. People who come from other disciplines, other entertainment disciplines, but that's like a bigger thing now. Like
Right.
we have full on. Will Smith is a full on movie star. Like
Right.
Ice Cube is a full on movie star. Queen Latifah is a full. LL is a full on movie star.
So it's like when they realize that there's more money in this side of the industry.
Way more money.
Yeah.
Because
Easy.
think about it, like making an album, you could be making an album for years,
Mhm.
and it could just like the
Flop.
pressure of you flop. But first of all, with a movie, you get your money up front,
Yep.
and
Oh, I just
especially
got to show up.
you just got 3 months, two
Oh, I
months,
ain't got
three
to write
months,
nothing.
nothing.
Okay. Oh, I gotta be myself. Cool. I
Ice
could.
T been telling them, he was telling them from the beginning, yo.
Ooh, Ice T may be in my top five.
First, I love
New Jack City.
New Jack City. I don't even.
Trust.
That's probably not my favorite Mario Van Peebles film. I really like Posse.
I was about to say Posse too. God
Posse is
dang.
fire.
Yeah.
Posse is fire.
I
We don't
feel
have another. Nobody's really attempted to do that again.
what Black Westerns?
A black western.
The Django. All
Oh, that's
right,
it.
so I would say what we gonna rate this, but we already know what this is for us. So
This is high in my catalog for all its flaws. For Nas's performance, it set a tone for a whole world after that. Like it set a tone for a film. First of all, I mean Jesse Terrero and those brothers, they end up making Next Day Air, and
uh,
that's years later. That's in the 2000s. So for people moving from making music videos, I mean Spike Jones, who was a big music video director.
right,
I'm pretty sure he didn't make anything. I don't think he made any big films before or something
right,
like this. So it opened doors for a lot of people. Dave LaChapelle. You remember the movie Rise? I think that was in the 2000s, maybe 2000. He came from the music video world.
You know what else is crazy is that, like, as much as we're talking about him, I don't want people to be like, he's the first, because I mean, Spike Lee was doing music videos in the 80s,
That's true. Music videos and commercials.
Yep. So
Absolutely.
just realize that, like, sometimes it is a troop to get to where you want to be.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure he would attribute his time in music videos to help him fine tune his skills to bring into something of a feature length, because an hour and a half is serious. It's a lot of things to make. So working on those 5-minute stories, working on those 5-minute visuals, editing, cutting, and doing budgets for those things, like, I'm pretty sure that fine-tuned his skills and being able to step into something like this, which is beautiful. I mean, Hype is an inspiration, I think, for especially anybody who came from that time from the urban environment, who loves hip-hop, who wanted to get into visual filmmaking. I'm still trying to do that shit. Like, the colors, the blues, and all that. Like,
you know what I just thought? I wonder if would he have used maybe Biggie instead, because he was so close with Biggie instead of Nas. And if it was Biggie,
it still works. It
Right.
still works. It still works.
I would
have with Kim in the movie.
Ooh, okay.
Wow, that makes it more of a classic, actually.
Yeah.
I love T-Boz, but sorry.
You didn't quite come through in the casting call for us.
There's a lot of people you can't take DMX out, and you can't take Method Man out. You just can't. You can't drop those two.
I was gonna say, yeah, definitely. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah. All right, I like it.
I every time I sit down and watch this film, I enjoy it. I got the poster up in here. You know that.
I know.
It's just one of those things that just like it changed so much in me. Like thinking about visuals, I'm like, damn, it could be done like this. This is how I want to do it. Like this. Can we really say that Belly is so far removed from what we see, like, visually in Skyfall? Like, Belly is set to, like, urban music. But if you watch Skyfall, like, they're achieving and trying to pull on the same similar colors, the blues, especially when he's on the boat and he's going, like, I mean, movies have done it, and they've done it after this. Like, so, like, he was ahead of the game. And I mean, you can't have a Moonlight without this movie. You can't have Belly without what was done with Spike Lee, what they did with More Better Blues. You can't have Moonlight without what was done with More Better Blues and Belly. Like, it just trickles down. So I think this is one of the most important films, especially in the urban film drama genre.
I definitely agree with that. I see that. So I don't know. What are we doing next week? I mean, we just did your favorite. Are we gonna do my favorite next week?
What is it? Let's do it.
I mean, I see the poster right behind you, right over there,
7. Let's do 7.
All right. For those who want to see it, it's on Showtime.
Yep.
So I mean, and we're taking suggestions. We'll start suggestions.
That's it. Let us know what you want us to talk about next. The next one is going to be 7. David Fincher.
Yeah. I'm with it. Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman,
Kevin Spacey.
Gosh,
that is a classic. That is a. What's in the box?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
This was another good one, man.
Yes, sir.
We're making the best out of this quarantine situation. We zooming, y'all. I'm no Justin, no peace.
I'm Lou Rivers.
And we are the Loose Cannons Podcast, because we sit down and we fire off our opinions on today's pop culture.
What else?
Politics.
What else?
Movies and TV and how they all intersected. Oh, baby, did we have a good episode. And we're going to check you guys next week. Check out all our episodes. Listen, there's a lot of content you can listen to on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube, everywhere. Listen, Castbox, Stitcher, all of them. Just go through. You ain't got no time. You got plenty of time. Some of y'all is at home. Just go through all of our stuff, go through all our movie reviews, and
Right.
we'll be back with you guys sooner than you think. We out.
Hopefully they check out our first quarantine classic episode right here.
Word.
All right, yo.
All right, we out.
Peace.
Peace.